Hi, I'm Joe Polizzi, and this is the Content Inc. podcast. 5 minutes every Monday for content creators who desire to be content entrepreneurs.
Hey gang, 46% of creators surveyed by The Tilt said that one of their biggest challenges was monetizing their content. Don't we know it, right? I can tell you that one tried and true method is to become a published author. Turning your blog or newsletter content into a printed book with Lulu has never been easier and more profitable. Lulu's e-commerce plugins allow you to sell directly to your fans from your site while they handle all the printing and shipping. You keep all your customer data and 100% of your profits. Create a free account at lulu.com today. You'll have to forgive me this week. I came back from an amazing trip to London with a measly cold, so you can probably hear it, but here we go. I have a number of friends and family who are very successful teachers. I had a conversation with one last week who was about 5 years from retiring. Now here's the situation. This person does not like their job anymore. 3 decades of teaching have been enough. The job has changed so much over the years, and in this case, it isn't satisfying to them personally anymore. They could retire next year and get 60% of their current salary and benefits, or they could teach another 5 years, retire, and get 80% of their current salary and benefits. They've made the decision to continue on for another 5 years, even though they hate their job. Now, after hearing this story, I asked them, why don't they just retire now with the 60%? And they looked at me like I had two heads. Then I explained, okay, I get the additional 20% salary and benefits is a big deal, especially since this is 20% until they cease living. But let's just take the 5 years. For an additional $15,000 per year or so, you are giving up 5 years of your life doing something you do not love. So in essence, you are trading 5 years of your happiness to your school district for $75,000 before taxes. And what if you stopped working and needed to fill that gap? You could substitute teach for about 60 days and make up the difference. You could work the summer as a Walmart greeter. You could work at Arby's, whatever, right? I wasn't convincing. Maybe I'm not even convincing you. But the decision to me is a no-brainer. If you don't love what you're doing and you have the financial means to change, you change. That's it. Stop the press. Our most important asset over everything else is time. A few months back, I presented at the Belgian Marketing Association's annual event where I had a wonderful conversation with a mid-level marketer at a large tech company. They were trying to sell a content marketing project to the executives, but couldn't get it sold after years of trying. That's a lot of time spent trying to make change happen. They asked for my advice. I told them, assuming they'd done an admirable job trying to sell the concept, that maybe it's time to move on if you want to pursue the practice of content marketing, or they could spend another year being unhappy. But why, when so many companies are so open to content marketing practices these days? Everything we do is about time. Heck, money is time. I give the grocery store money to buy vegetables, which saves me the time so I don't have to grow them myself. I buy the Fast Pass at Universal Studios because my family has one day there, and the 10 hours we have at the park are really valuable, and even waiting 30 minutes in a line could kill the day. So, money for time. So think about all the things you do, especially the things you don't like to do. If the payoff for those things you don't like doing isn't extremely high, then maybe it's time to stop. Anyway, I've been thinking a lot about this lately and thought I'd share it with you. As this podcast runs, there are just 2 weeks until Creator Economy Expo, CEX. Please go to cex.events and use code, all caps, JPVIP to save $200 off your conference pass. I'd love to see you in my hometown of Cleveland, Ohio, May 1st to 3rd. Until then, I'll see you next Monday.